Behind the cage this goes. Giudice. Now over the far side. Zawacki. On the right side, Crevier. As now they're trying to set a pick there for number 6, Morrell. Morrell gets bumped and they'll reset. Number of fans making the drive up from Penn today. But don't come up Route 250 or you'll get caught in traffic, as we've got a ground ball along the far side. If you're just joining us today, face-off was pushed back a half hour. Rush hour traffic here in Rochester. And certainly there's really no easy way to get from Penn up to Thomas here. And now there's an errant feed by J.T. Hawk, and the unforced error gives the ball over to Penn.
Thomas looks like they've spent some time on the bus traveling to an away game. A little sloppy coming out here in the third quarter.
Ball in the far corner here, so see what the Titans can do here on the ride. Mashevsky now feeding it up along the far side. Right in front of the Titans bench, and the Mustangs get the clear. This is Anthony Lupino. We'll send it over. Ryan Mashevsky, one of the goal scorers today. And in the far corner is number 29, Dylan Yantz.
Penn starts offensively in an open set. Nobody on the crease, so they're going to get the ball around, take a little time off the clock, get some easy touches to start this third quarter.
Take some time off the clock, too.
Sure.
Limit the possessions for the home team. Now here's Yantz behind the cage. In front is Davis and Yantz making a move. Yantz turn around. Oh, I think it went off the post, as that's going to go out of bounds, and the Mustangs closest to it, racing it down is Treat.
That's the question mark dodge. He pushes one side, plants his foot, comes around. He's got to increase his angle just a little bit. Yantz is a left-handed shooter, so he pushes that right-hand side, plants, turns to his left hand. Looks like it hit the post on the way out.
Substitution in for Colby Treat comes in Adam Stork, the senior. Where's number 9? Committed to Salisbury. As Lupino on the right side, now feeding it over. Nice move, but good defense there by Thomas's DiBernardo.
DiBernardo breaking down, playing good position defense with his short stick, preventing Voigt from getting a shot off.
Yeah, it looked like Voigt was going to have a nice open look there, but DiBernardo preventing that, keeping those feet moving.
Sure.
As here's Lupino, does not like it. They'll feed it over to Yantz. Seems like this Penn offense, you know who's going to be where, though, when we know in most of these sets. As now the shot going wide of the cage. Stork is somebody got a stick in there for Thomas. Now we've got a ground ball, and coming up with it is the keeper, Don Grace. Grace, the long clearing pass, just out of reach. I don't think Grace had any choice but to try to heave it out of there, and this will go back over to Penn.
Grace showing that he's not afraid to leave the crease, coming out getting some ground balls. He came over the half field line in the first half. An athletic goalie and a good goalie.
That's what I thought they were going to do. He'd run over and they'd call timeout and get the possession here, but opted for the long pass. Couldn't connect. As Wilbur will push it up the middle of the field, getting it up to Guerreri, and the Mustangs, and you hear their vocal fans appreciating the clear there. 4-2 is our score. All the scoring took place in the first half as we are in the third quarter today. Gene Battaglia along with Mark Engel, our technical director from SE Video, Jim Michael.
Yeah, that's the second time Guerreri has grabbed the ball and walked it over midfield himself. Doing a good job clearing the ball for the Mustangs, giving them that possession.
Right in front, now the feed up top, and we get a whistle, and we got a crease violation. And we'll go over to Thomas.
Hey, Yount stepped in the crease, tippy-toeing around. He's got to get rid of the ball sooner.
As the ride is easily broken there for the Titans. along the left side. So Wacky setting up in front. This is Crevier. No, make that, my apologies, Gunther. The shot in front and a goal. Credit John Hill with his 17th.
John Hill tiptoeing on the crease. His man slid to the ball. He was able to catch it and bury it.
With 6:51 remaining, Thomas has cut it to a one-goal game as we take another look there. This is all set up by Gunther.
Gunther way to run past his initial defender, draw the slide, move the ball.
It's exactly what head coach Rob Ruller was talking about at the half. Get some other guys involved here. And now an important face-off win for the Titans and an opportunity to tie. Here's Hawk trying to run in. Hawk, different defenseman on him. That's Kevin Carrick. Now the feet a little too tall, and the errant throw is going to give it right back to Penn, and we've seen that a lot today from the Titans.
Nice check by Michael Thiesmeyer from Penn. Able to get in on his hands a little bit, lift that bottom hand, and he threw the ball away.
Now up along the near side. Wilbur. Harassing him was Giudice. And now we've got a ground ball. Ground ball picked up by Webster Thomas. That's Chris Siderakis. Siderakis, my apologies. Siderakis, one of the players that head coach Rob Roller identified. Personnel changes is now in front. The shot, and there you have it. JT Hawk with the goal, his 33rd of the season, and for the first time since we started this game, we're back to a tie game. It's 4-4.
JT Hawk with a short stick defenseman. He likes to bury himself on the crease there. He's an active player. Catches the ball, shoots it high.
Getting a little bit of lift there on the shot as we take another look at the end of that replay.
That's exactly what Coach Roller wants. He wants his star player to start to step up, get some momentum for the Titans.
At the face-off X, and this is controlled by the Mustangs as Lupino wins the draw. And he throws it right away. J.J. Voigt was not holding up. Lupino thought he would, and an unforced error gives it over to Thomas.
Those unforced errors can be crucial, especially when you want to stop the momentum that Titans have gotten. They've scored the first 2 goals of the half. They've got to play a little bit cleaner.
Now the skies here look a little threatening all of a sudden here, but see if we can keep the rain hold off. Now we got a ground ball right at midfield, and it's controlled once again by Penn, and head coach Brian Hobart calling timeout. With 5:30 remaining in the third, we'll step aside. Got a good one here this afternoon. It's Thomas and Penn tied at 4. This is Section 5 Lacrosse on the Time Warner Cable Sports Net. Back at Thomas, Gene Battaglia along with Mark Engel. As we are coming to you today on the Time Warner Cable Sports Net. Good one here today. Thomas and Penn tied at 4. Was 4-2 Penn at half, but the Titans have drawn even. The last goal by the senior midi, JT Hawk, is 33rd of the year, and that's where we're at right now. Penn calling the timeout, trying to break the momentum here a little bit as they got the possession. J.J. Voigt comes outside the box. Has the short stick on him as Voigt now will throw it behind the cage. Now the errant pass picked right off. Connor Smith stepping right into the lane, and Smith with the cause turnover and getting the clear himself.
Connor Smith knows that Jans looks to feed, so he's got his stick in passing lanes.
It's one of those big plays. We'll see if that will propel the Titans here. He has Giudice now on the far side, and Webster Thomas will send in substitutions. Giudice back up top. And Ben Morrill. Morrill got the start, the scoring start today, rather, as there's that quick shot. Ground ball in front as it was knocked down. Never got through to the keeper. And Mashesky covers up, and Penn gets a much-needed stop.
Shot soaked up by Mike Thiesmeyer. calling his name quite a bit today.
A long outlet pass, finding Thiesmeyer right up the middle of the field. Like a post pattern. Now Thiesmeyer in transition, and Thiesmeyer is going to get off the field. It's a good transition there for Penn, able to clear. Down to 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Now here's the shot. Nice save made by Don Grace. That'll bounce out. And Thomas now will clear up along the far side. The feed, the long stick. Smith. Oh, and a nice save made by Mashevsky. The rebound in front, put back in. And for the first time today, Webster Thomas has the lead on the goal by John Hill, his 18th of the season.
John Hill did not give up on the play. There was a stick side high save, rebounded, he grabbed it. Made one move on the defenseman, faked high, shot low on the goalie.
That was all started at midfield. Always exciting when you see the long stick coming up the field and getting a good quality shot off. And there you saw Connor Smith. Smith has 12 goals on the season, so it's not like that's foreign to him. But again, the rebound right there. And the second goal today for John Hill. And for the first time today, the Titans with the lead, 5-4, 3 goals here in the third. That has been the difference. And now the ground ball, and Webster Thomas took him a little while to get going. And the ground ball picked up by Penn. Give the credit to Brandon Grace, the junior. Thiesmeyer up along the right side with a feed. And we've got a penalty coming up, and this is going to go against Webster Thomas. They're going to get Pissarro on the delayed penalty.
With the flag down, Penn got to keep it in the box. It's basically a free play for them. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Getting the pick behind the cage. Stork. Stork's got the short stick of DiBernardo on him. Stork feeding it up top to Younts. Younts in a little bit of trouble now. Hands it right back to Treat. And we've got the ground ball, and with that, Penn will go on their second man-up opportunity of the afternoon.
Looks like Pissarro is going to get called for having that stick a little too high. May have grazed the helmet on Yount, but he's going to cost his team 1 minute.
Scott Maloney, Tim Burgess doing a fine job today, our officials. So the full minute going up on the board here. 1:53 remaining in the third. And the Mustangs here scoreless in the third, but this a pretty good opportunity, to say the least, is now along the right side. Mashevsky, Ryan Mashevsky, throws it outside the box to Stork.
Penn 1 for 1 on their man up today. They're going to get the ball around, get the best shot off they can.
Stork with the long stick of Connor Smith on him. In front, shot and a goal. Goal scored by Dylan Younts. For Younts, that's his second of the afternoon, 27th of the season, and we are tied at 5 on the man-up goal.
Another man-up goal, another opportunity for them to get back in the game, tying up the score. They looked inside, they let the ball do the work again, and buried it.
I apologize. I said Younts. That's actually Mashevsky getting up there. That's number 25, Mashevsky. So Younts is just everywhere. I want to give him a lot of credit. Mashevsky, for him, that is his second of the afternoon. So he's up to 19 on the season.
I'm sure Pittsford was concentrating on Younts on that man-up play. Left Mashevsky open in the middle.
As now along the right side, here's Crevier. So getting the face-off. Back and forth we go. 5-5 is our score. If you're Thomas here, do you hold for the last shot?
Oh, sure, yeah. You got to.
Shot going wide, and that is actually picked right off.
Shows how much I know, Gene.
Yeah, well, that probably should have been the play here. But now the outlet. As in transition, here's Thiesmeyer. Handing it off, and now it'll be the Mustangs with an opportunity for a hold for the last shot. Mashevsky, hold to the right side. To Lapino. Behind the cage here is Younts. Down to 30 seconds remaining here in the third in a 5-5 game.
Younts, the quarterback of this offense.
And what do you have, a timeout here called? So let's see here.
Not sure what the penalty call is there.
So going on over to the sideline.
May have happened inside during the picks.
Probably gives Thomas a little bit of a breather here on defense. We start right back up.
All right, with 21 seconds left, they might just want to hold on to the ball. If they have possession of the ball at the end of this quarter, Penn will start the fourth quarter with the ball.
Good to note that, Mark, is now, yeah, why not start the quarter here? And that's kind of the play here. Closing seconds of the first, there you hear the horn. After the third quarter, we are tied 5-5. Thomas and Penn. We head to the fourth. You're watching Section 5 Lacrosse here on the Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. Start of the fourth. Good one here today. Glad you're with us on the Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. 4-2 was our score at the half. Penn, though, getting back into it, tying the game rather. It was a 5-4 Thomas lead, but then it was Ryan Mashesky with the goal, making it 5-5, but a turnover here, and Thomas with the ball. A clearing pass up along the left side. So the long stick here coming on in. The shot, as that was Chris Dalton, the junior. Probably not the best play. I know he wants to get a shot.
Dalton had his eye on the prize. It seemed like he caught it, and he had the vision of a 6-on-6 box. He wanted a goal. Probably not what Coach Roller wanted. Now Penn has possession.
Dylan Younts, number 29, certainly the player that makes this offense go for the Penn Mustangs. Davison, he's got a goal today on the set. And again, nobody in the crease here for Penn. They like to spread it out.
An open set for Penn, get a little possession going. Start this fourth quarter with a goal.
This low-scoring game, 5-5 is their score. Lupino over the right side. Now behind the cage this goes. Davidson is now in the crease. Gets it over to Voigt. J.J. Voigt. Keep an eye on Younts at the bottom of your screen, number 29. Here's Voigt making a move. Loses the ball, but able to pick it up. And credit to Mark Vaccarelli from Thomas. Now we've got a ground ball near midfield. Important ground ball. And Thomas scooping it up. John Hart. Hart able to feed it up to Vaccarelli, and Vaccarelli doing a fine job there. He's got the ball in transition.
Vaccarelli needs to find a short stick, give the ball up. They just turned the ball over with a long stick before. Made the right decision.
Yep, get off. Now wide open in front, and losing the handle was Giudice. Oh, Jake Giudice, I think, was thinking about the move, but he forgot to cradle it first.
You always got to catch it first when you're in tight like that. Naked on the crease. Catch it, fake, and then bury it.
Oh, you could hear the crowd here. Now the outlet pass. We've got a ground ball along the far side.
Connor Smith with a nice defensive play down there.
Right in front of the Penn bench, still being fought for. Look at that work in there. And it's going to go over to the home team. 9:24 remaining. 5-5 is our score.